and that you still have a massive country in Russia. With 11,
still the biggest, largest country in the world.
Yeah, it's still a massive country, and you could still build up your economy. You could build up your tech sector. There's plenty of land. It's just that maybe there's.
Shrek?
I'm sorry.
Have you seen the movie Shrek?
Shrek,
yeah.
There is a part that describes Russia perfectly. When they came to that castle, remember that part when they came to this giant castle in Ring of Fire, and they say, "Sure, it's big, but look at the location." Russia is huge, but it's like Canada. If you move Russia over to Northern America, just kind of overlap geographically, you'll see that it's pretty much like Canada. It's huge, but it's useless. Most of the territory is not good for the humans to live. Like, you can live there, but it's really miserable experience. You can dig a hole and mine something out of it, have a little town, but it's really expensive because it's so cold in the winter. Building roads is, so Russia is just Canada, even bigger, because Crimea, to give you an example geographically, south of Crimea, which is the most southern part of Ukraine or Russia, it's where the Michigan is. Like, I live here, southwest Michigan. This is Crimea. The rest of Russia is north.
Yeah, Moscow is equivalent latitude to Anchorage, Alaska, I was told. And then Odessa, I think, is the same as Chicago.
Correct.
Yeah. So even though that's
Russia it's really a bad location.
So I'm wondering, no one's talked about that part of it, but I'm sure there's some envy that goes on, thinking, oh, Ukraine, you have beautiful access to the Baltic. We don't. We are not Baltic, but the Black Sea.
Black Sea, yeah.
It's, the history of Ukraine is really bad. Like, if you look at the history of Ukraine, it's the country, a nation that got between a rock and a hard place, right? So you had Poland or Austro-Hungarian Empire in the west, and then Russia in the east. So it's constantly, they always were separated. That's why there's such a huge difference in mentality right along the Dnieper River. Eastern Ukraine is quite a bit pro-Russian, and Western Ukraine is, it's totally, it's different people. Even back in my day when I lived in Ukraine, those Ukrainians were different. We called them Zapadenцы, the Westerners. Like, even their Ukrainian language is different. They mostly Catholic. So Ukraine is, it's a really interesting combination of these two. Both are Ukrainians, but they have a completely different history and different attitude. So